Hi, my name is Lucas Burke. I'm the founder of the Myanmar Photo Archive, which is an initiative I started in 2013. It was, in the beginning, I would say, more an idea of creating a collection. I was interested in Myanmar's photographic history and realized pretty early on that there aren't really any publicly accessible archives. So I started to dig into antique shops, worked with photo studios, trash dealers who would sort out trash and sort of also put photos on the side. And within 2 years, I had a very large sort of archive of 10,000 photographs. And with Burmese friends, I said, okay, I guess this is started to be a serious collection. We have to do something with it. And so having this invitation from the Singapore Photo Festival to do something here got me thinking, if we bring it outside of Yangon, outside of Myanmar, where should it be? How should it be? I mean, we need some kind of a local connection, local in a sense, with the Myanmar community. And there is a very large one here in Singapore. This place here, which is very much Little Myanmar and has a strong affinity with Myanmar, but at the same time in the Peninsula Shopping Center we have all these camera stores. So that suggestion of implementing it into an environment that is photographically, but also has a connection to Myanmar totally clicked with me.
I think when people often ask like, oh, have you been to Myanmar? I always reply like, I've never been there physically, but now I feel like I've traveled through it through the archive in a way. I think the archive sort of has put faces beyond the iconic names and figures to Myanmar in a way that's very interesting. Obviously, this entire exhibition is a way that tries to bring the archive to life and to people, I would say, where rather than asking people to come see an image through a screen or through, I think, very formal occasion, glass doors, going into a museum, it tries to find people where they are. I think all of the images were kind of exploded into different shapes, sizes, and placed in everyday spaces. So I think this exhibition is sort of a way of bringing images to life and sending them to people and having them meet people where they are.
We created sort of an open access room that has multiple possibilities for prints to be viewed and reinterpreted and just looked at. And it's not just an exhibition that someone made up. It's really a space that can constantly be reframed. I mean, we always have to rethink, what do we show, how do we show it? There's maybe a photographer who represents an area, but does he really represent the area? Because maybe it's very, very complex. And I think the big difference for me as an individual working with archives is that I focus on personal stories and in the way how history has been lived. So not how history has been constructed by a power structure or, but really how history has been lived. And I think that's really fun with the archive in terms of creating a structure from personal stories on how environments have been populated. So civilian stories in that sense. And it's not necessarily to create counter histories, but to create histories that run along with what we know. You can write down facts about when was a country built and who was the president and so on and so on. But what makes a place is the people and the experience of the people. It's quite special in Myanmar because we don't have so many state narratives on a visual basis. We don't have a state archive that's present. So these personal stories that we're creating are sort of the first access to that visual culture. And where that goes or what that does, we don't know yet, but it's just an interesting fact that's part of this journey of the Myanmar Photo Archive. Yeah, cool. Super.